Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and tonight I am getting busy repotting all of the containers that are planted out front at our Airbnb, the Carolina Garden House. So if you've ever wondered what my dream Friday night looks like, I'm living it right now. So I'm basically taking out the containers that I planted for the cool season. That includes some violas, some cabbage that really never came to fruition, and these extremely underperforming dwarf knockout roses that I'm actually just gonna throw in my compost pile. They just haven't done a great job for 2 years. They're just taking up space. I don't see much value in keeping them. Anyhow, I am replacing them with summer annuals. I spent the day at Johnson Nursery down in Willard. Hands down my favorite nursery. They have the most beautiful plants, both perennial and annual, and I picked up a lot of really cool, beautiful, colorful things that I'm going to be adding to these containers to give them some major summer appeal. So I hope you'll be inspired by this, and well, stay tuned to watch my progress on a absolutely beautiful first Friday of June. All right, as you can see, I am bringing the containers here to my work zone where I've got my bag of soil cube. This is the veggie mix, ideal for growing things like tomatoes in. And basically, you know, you don't need to get rid of all of the soil that's in your containers. That's just completely unnecessary and wasteful. I am just gonna pull these out as best I can. Not very hard at all. And that's gonna leave me with a lot of soil that is already existing in here, so I'm not really gonna have to replace all that much. Now this rose, I'm gonna try and not hurt myself by pulling it out. Okay, I think I need my Hori Hori. So if you're not familiar, Hori Hori is a soil knife. And the main reason that you wanna use this is it doesn't get dull as a result of cutting through soil. If you use like a handsaw, that'll actually dull the teeth off and make it so it doesn't work very well. So invest in a Hori Hori if you don't have one. It's not a tool I use every day, but when I need it, I'm glad I have it. Oh, I swear, everything about knockout roses makes me mad, including how well rooted it is, considering how poorly it performs. All right, that actually took more soil than I would have liked, but that's okay. That's why I'm working right here at my bag so that I can top dress this very effectively, get it replanted with things that are going to look so much better through the heat of the summer. Everybody, I am super excited about this combo. I got this Agapanthus today from Johnson Nursery, and this is one that comes from the Southern Living plant line called Ever Twilight. Agapanthus is an absolutely exquisite, long-lasting flower, and though it is hardy here, it's still better in pots. But this container actually represents a bunch of different plant brands, which is exactly what I want to talk to you all about. There's nothing wrong with growing the best of all the plants that bring you joy, and that's what I've done here. So I've got this Agapanthus. I've also got Popstar Hydrangea. This is from the First Editions plant line. I've got a Proven Winners Coleus, and then I also added some of the Treasure Island sweet potatoes, which are edible ornamental sweet potatoes. All of these different brands growing together will do really well. And that's exactly what I want to be able to show all of you. I don't want to be aligned with one plant brand. I want to really be able to grow all of the plants that are the best genetics, that are reliable for the climate that I live in here in Central North Carolina Zone 7. And basically, this container in a nutshell embraces that entirely. Well, I hope you'll agree that this is kind of a transformation for these containers. So first of all, we moved the pots that have tomatoes over towards the railing so that as they grow, we can actually attach them. We won't need to use tomato cages. These are all indeterminate varieties that are gonna basically probably grow all the way up and potentially all the way down, but that's great, especially if they actually start producing, which would be a dream come true. And then in these larger pots, we've got a nice combination of different things. You know, we've got basil and, you know, beautiful coleus and begonias. I'm in love with this agapanthus. I think agapanthus is just one of the coolest plants ever. And Blackjack actually just won Chelsea, which I don't have, but I hope I will get soon. We've got some peppers and sweet potatoes. Overall, the goal here is just to have these pots be kind of an inspiration for the people who stay at the house and show them how beautiful horticulture can be without them having to actually do any work. Really, one of the joys of container gardening is basically your main task is to keep all of the stuff watered, and well, there's a hose right here, literally right here. This could not be easier to maintain. And this is east facing, so for people in the southeast, that's a really important condition to recognize. East facing is much kinder than west facing. It gets morning sun, but late day shade. This is in full shade by 4 p.m. And that's part of the reason why all the plants in these pots do so well. It's because they're not baking in that really hot summer afternoon heat. Well, I look forward to sharing updates with all of you, so I hope you will subscribe so that you can stay in the loop as I post videos on a regular basis. And I do hope that you'll be inspired to get outside and create some of your own beautiful container combinations. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Happy gardening!